Good afternoon, everyone. It's Joni from Joni's Journals, and I am here today. Excuse me, a cough as usual. Let me grab a drink before that starts. Okay, I am here today because it is day number 8 of the hashtag 2023 DD Advent collaboration. And I am going to show you how to make a tag storage folio for your tags that you're making during the collaboration. If you're following along, I hope you've gone and purchased the kit. I'll put the link in the description box down below, and so we'll be all set. You may notice that my filming quality has changed a bit, and that's because I have been having a problem with my phones. Just trying to pull my sleeves up. And I have gotten a new phone. So the print quality is a little different, and this is actually the second time that I am filming this video, because my first video I had chopped off the whole top of everything I was doing. And I didn't realize it until 35 minutes later when the video was done. Well, let's get started on what we're going to do. This is the folio we are going to make. It's a relatively simple one to make. As you can see, I have other ones here which have been collaged. Oh my God, how long did I make this string? Which have been collaged, and which I have made a string tie closure on. And you may notice that this one's a little bit bigger. If you can see the difference in size here, this is the one we're gonna make, and this was my original. I'm just gonna open this up. I originally came up with this idea because I have been working on an Advent journal. And I was going to, when I was trying to decide what to do on my days, I was going to make this journal. But as you can see, it is very big and very detailed. It's a 3 tab closure system, and I used Tim Holtz linen tape. And I have used a lot of the items from the kit. The cards and the ephemera, and I've made little opening tags that you can write in, and I just kept going. And I'm just going to flip through really quick so you can get an idea of what I'm doing. This is one I made with one of the envelopes. And this is just another tag and a tag, and I've added tabs to most of them. I've used some other ephemera other than the ephemera that's included in the kit. And this I tried to make a little vintage, and I did another envelope. And I got all the way up to page 16, which I am still going to be working on. I've tucked in all the ephemera I plan to use on the tags. And I went straight through, and I was coordinating my numbers. And as you can see, I've done page 22 because I liked the way all of the colors coordinated with the blue around the 22. Well, let me close that. And we go straight through to day number 25, which is Christmas. And for this one, I have used a digital kit that Tracy put out. Oh gosh, I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. And it's called Pretty Houses. And I tried to pick one of the houses that was reds and greens so that it would match. And that's the page I chose to be my day number 25. So I am going to put that aside. And as I was saying, you saw that the ones that I made a string tie closure on. But I also developed one, which I reduced in size and difficulty. And I made it with a Velcro closure. So that's the closure that we're going to do today because I wanted it to be quick and easy. And as you can see, this one I just decorated with some solid papers that are out of the freebies that Tracy is offering on her website, and that's Tracy Fox Creative, excuse me, .co.uk. And if you go over there and you sign up for a membership, you'll be able to get these pretty backgrounds. And this morning, I am recording this on day 5. Tracy showed us some other cute freebies that she had. So this is what ours is hopefully going to end up to look like. It has a little tab, little Velcro closure. And let's get started. Let me put this aside, and I'm going to grab my scoreboard. And then you are going to hear me stand up because I am going to make sure, yes, that everything is in view. Okay, I have my little directions all written out with my crossing out and my corrections for things that I want to do. What you are going to need so that we can get started is 1 sheet of cardstock. This is craft stock, and it's kind of heavier than I would like, but it's coming to be the color that I like. This sheet is 7.5 by 11. This one is 5.5 by 7. This is our main folio. This is going to be our cover. And we need 2 hinges for the sides. And by hinges, I mean these little parts. We are not going to do any inking, although I have inked mine. If you would choose to ink it, you can do that. That's your choice. Okay, so again, we need 7.5 by 11, 5.5 by 7, and 2 at 4.5 by 4. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 7.5 by 11 sheet, and you're going to put it in your scoreboard. And this may seem silly the way I'm doing this, but it helped me to keep my sanity. You're going to score at 4.5. I'm just going to go down that again. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is very thick paper. We're going to score at 4.5, and we are going to score at 6.5. Okay. I do this so that I know that this is the area I want to work in. It's the area between 4.5 and 6.5. And now we're going to score at every 1/4 of an inch across. So it's 4 3/4, 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 5 3/4, 6, and 6 1/4. Okay. I made this video before, and when I tell you I was so disappointed when I found out that you couldn't see anything I did, because I have been under such pressure with my phones not working and our Wi-Fi wasn't working. I did a video on Saturday that I wasn't able to upload until today. So it's been a challenge. Okay, this is our 5.5 by 7 piece. What you're going to do, this is your 7-inch side, this is your 5.5-inch side. You're going to take your 5.5-inch side and you're going to put that up at the top. And then you're going to score at 2. I'm going to do that again. And then you're going to score at 4. Okay. So again, the field we're going to be working in is the area between 2 and 4. And we're going to go down every 1/4 of an inch. So 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4. Let's make sure this is straight. 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, and 3 3/4. Okay, so that's our lid. Okay, and put that aside. Then we're going to score our hinges. And we are going to, I'm going to flip the page. We are going to put the 4.5-inch side up at the top. And this time we're going to score at every 1/2 inch. Whoops, let me do that again. 1/2 and 1. Make sure I got this straight. The last time I did it, it wasn't straight. 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2. Oops, excuse me, I got an itchy nose. And at 4, okay? So that seems relatively straight. We're going to take the other one and we're going to do the same thing, and then we're going to bend them. We're going to take our 4 1/2 inch side and we're going to score at 1/2 and at 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, and 4. Okay, we have done all our scoring, and I'm just going to put my scoreboard to the side, and we're going to begin to work on our folio. Whoops, I thought my scoreboard was going to hit the ground. All right, what we're going to do first, if you have clips, I have a little container of clips. What I'm going to do is what you're going to do is you're going to fold back and forth. I don't know if you've ever made little fans when you were a kid. You're going to fan fold this back and forth, like so, back and forth. And because my cardstock is so thick, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to press mine a little and bend it a bit to try to break some of the fibers in the paper. And then I'm going to clip it closed, because hopefully this will assist in keeping my creases creased. All right, and grab another one and grab another one. Let me tell you, this, like I said, this is the 4th time I've filmed this video. I did it with my new phone, and it kept quitting on me, and I didn't understand why until I realized that I hadn't signed into iCloud. And even though this phone has double the amount of storage that I had on my other phone, it wouldn't let me film a video past 3 minutes long. And I was getting so frustrated and so upset, because although I've been following along with Tracy's collaborations for years, I have never done one on my YouTube channel. And so I just wanted to get everything perfect, and it was not working out for me. Okay, we have all of our hinges clipped. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start on our folio. And what I generally do is I like to fold it back on the first line of our score marks. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Just so I know where I'm working. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing on the back. Okay. So there's our folio. And I'm going to give a little bend on our score marks so that it makes the folio a little bit more flexible. Now, at this point, I would normally be inking, but I am not going to suffer you through that, and I am just going to put that aside for now. Actually, what I think I'll do, I like to have rounded edges on the front of my folio. So since both sides are the same size, you can pick which side you want to be your front, and you can round your edges at this point, round your corners rather at this point. If you don't want to round your corners, you don't have to. Okay, and this is our lid, and we're just going to do the same thing on our lid. Now on our lid, you will notice that there are 2 different sizes. The longer side that we made, and that would be the, let me flip back just so I tell you the right side. That would be the side that is 2 inches deep, and your back is 1.5 inches deep. So just so you know, you want to round your corners, if you're rounding your corners, on the part of your lid that is the deeper side. And in this case, it should be once again, because I already forgot, in one ear and out the other, the 2-inch side. So this is going to be the front of your lid, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate. And what I have done is I have taken another sheet of the red backgrounds that are available as a freebie on Tracy's website, and I have cut them out to be, I just want to get this right for you guys. These are 7 1/4 long by 4 1/4 high, okay? Because they will fit nicely, let me grab the other one, with a border around on your folio. You can see you have the little border up at the top and then also on the back. I'm giving you a sneak peek so that you can see what we're going to do on our lid. Okay, now because I want my red decorative paper to match up with my actual folio, I'm going to round the corners on one of the pieces that's going to go on the front of the folio. I'm just going to bend this back a little because it gives us a little room to play around. And like I said, I'm not going to ink, even though I did on my other one. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue the red paper down. Try to get as close to the edge as you can without going off the paper like I just did. We're going to glue our paper all the way around the edges. Excuse me, I'm a little fumbly today. Get close to the corners so it stays stuck. And I'm going to put a little across the middle like I always do. And then we're going to lay the paper down onto our front of our folio. And we're going to try and center it as best as we can so that we have the same amount of border all the way around. Okay, so there we have the front. Now we're going to do the same with the back piece. I'm going to turn this around, wipe off that extra glue so it doesn't look so sloppy. And we're going to do the same for the back. Like I said, if you choose to ink, you would want to ink these red sheets before you apply them to the folio. If you want it to look as grungy as mine does. And then you could go around and ink the edges and all the little score marks on the folio itself. Okay, once again, we're going to line this up and we're going to eyeball it just to make sure that it's in the center and that it's all glued down. Okay, then we can take and we can bend it back together. And we're going to put that piece aside. And then we're going to do the same thing for our for our lid. And we need 2 pieces, just because I don't think I said that. You're going to need a piece that's 1 1/4 inches deep by 6 3/4 inches long. And you're going to need a piece that's 1 1/2 inches deep by 6 3/4 inches long. The 1 1/2 inch piece is the part that's going to go on the front of your lid. So if you've rounded your corners and you want your decorative paper to be rounded, now's the time to do it. Okay, and we're going to add some glue, and I'm just going to go across like so. Make sure I get a little on the corners because I want the corners to stay stuck down. And once again, whoopsie, we are going, what did I do? Uh-oh, did I do what I think I did? No, I didn't. Okay, I must have made this piece too long. Okay, simple solution. We are just going to see what we can do. All right. We are going to cut another piece. Did I do the same on here? I sure did. All right, so what I'm going to do, quick fix, is I am just going to cut the back of it down a little bit, and it may not be the perfect size, but that's okay. I'm going to cut it on the back. I'm going to make a straight cut, and I'm going to cut this off, and we're going to put that aside, and we're going to make sure, okay, I did the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing on the front. Quick fix. And I am just going to cut this piece right about there. Okay. Whoops. And we're just going to toss that aside, and we'll glue those little pieces together. Okay. Quick fix. And then I'm going to just grab it really quick because I don't have any glue on that side. And I'm just going to round the corner again. Okay. Wouldn't be me without a mistake. Okay. Let's do this way. Once again, we're going to take our front piece and we're going to center it on here as best as we can. And we're going to make sure that we have the same amount of the background of the cardstock showing. Okay. Boy, I really did make a boo-boo on that one. I made it too short too, but that's okay. We can always add some ribbon because I have some of that handy too. All right, let's do the back. Hi, everybody. It's Joni, and you might notice that things look a little bit different on my desk than they did a few moments ago, and that there might actually be a blip in the video. That would be because my camera cut out 22 minutes into the video. And I'm hoping that what my daughter taught me is going to work because she showed me how to splice the two movies together and make one. So these are different than what we were working on just a few minutes ago. It's a different folio and a different cover and everything else. But I'm at the point that I think we were at on the video where I was showing you how to put the decorative papers onto our folio and onto our cover or our lid. So let's start from there, okay? Since we're adding Velcro to our little folio, we're at this step now where we would be adding the Velcro. In order to make sure that the Velcro comes out nicely onto the folio and that it is pretty much centered so that it stays closed with no real gaps, what we're going to do is we're going to line the top flap, the front flap of our lid up onto the front of our folio. And then we're going to put the Velcro on by judging just about where it would hit a good spot on the folio so that there won't be any gaps. And I am just going to put the fuzzy side of my Velcro onto my lid. And I'm going to try to even them up and put one there. And that's actually falling about 1 inch in. So let's make it 1 inch in on this side too. And let me just grab my pencil and make a little mark. Okay, so we have them even. So we know that we'll start our little fuzzy there. It would help if the pencil point was out. Okay, let me move this up just a little bit. And it came down about 1.25 inches. So I'll make a little mark at about 1.25 inches over here on this side. So we'll know that our Velcro will be even on both sides. I'll put my ruler away. And we can just pretty much move this over so maybe you can see a little better. Now we'll grab another fuzzy side and we will stick it on just alongside our little marks there. And there we go. Now in order for it to match up on the folio portion, we're also going to take our sticky side, that would be the part that sticks onto the fuzzies, and we're going to stick it on the fuzzy like so, if I can get it off my fingernail. And then we're going to take another one and we're going to put it on here. It's so funny, we use this at work for manipulatives for our kids. We have little cards and things that they have to match up. And so whenever we put our cards together with the paper that the cards need to be attached to, we always remember to put the hard on card. That's teacher's rule. And it's just a little joke in our classroom. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to fold our lid over and we're going to push it down so that the hard side sticks onto the folio. And hopefully, oh yes, it stayed stuck. I even had to run to Michael's today to buy more Velcro because I ended up making more folios than I needed and I didn't have enough Velcro left over. Okay, this has been a challenge for me. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to stick our hinges on. And I generally tend to stick them onto the back of the folio first and then bring them on to attach them to the front of the folio afterwards. So let's do that. I hope you guys are doing okay today. I'm feeling a little better than I was yesterday. I had a bit of a headache. Okay. All right. Now, I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to just lift this up and show you. I'm putting the hinge on very close to the edge of the back, almost at the edge, and I'm going to squeeze it down, and then on the bottom, it's just meeting where that little first score mark is there. And I'm going to clip these on like so, so they can hold on and glue while we go over and do the other side. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, and now I'm going to attach my other side. I am sure hoping that I can combine these movies together, these videos. Otherwise, I'll be doing a whole nother one tonight. My husband and my daughter were laughing at me because I have so many folios made because I've had such a problem with the filming on the new camera, on the new phone. So my daughter suggested I do a giveaway, and I might just do that. If I can get to 500 subscribers, I will give one of these folios, of which I have many, away as a little gift to you for subscribing. I have to figure out how to do that, though. I don't know how to select comments other than putting everybody's name in a bowl, which is basically probably going to be the way I'm going to have to do it, unless I can figure out how to use the comment selector on YouTube, or even at my level of subscribers, whether or not I'm actually allowed to use it. Okay, now what we're going to do, since these seem to be stuck down very well, is we are going to glue them onto the front of our folio. And the way we do that, or the way I do it, is I put glue down along the edge of the front of the folio on both sides. And then I bring my folio up and over to meet the hinges. And we will catch one at a time. And once again, I'm going to turn it like this so you can see what I'm doing and trying to get a hold of it. There we go. Oops. Yeah, I was so upset when I started to rewatch the video before I loaded it up on YouTube, and it cut out at 22 minutes. And I want to make sure, yep, we're still filming. Okay. I was so upset. And then my daughter said to me, I said, oh, I've got to refilm the whole thing over again. And she said, Mom, you know, you do have a thing on your phone. It's called iMovie. And you can join videos together. So she's away for the weekend. And she wished me luck. And so hopefully I will be lucky and we will get this done, so that I don't have to film yet another video. She said to me, Mom, at this point, I don't think the problem is with the phone. I think it's user error. And I said, well, gee, thanks for that one. But she's probably right. Okay, let's glue the back. Let's glue the cover on. And I will be attaching it to the back of the folio. Okay. There we go. So, everybody, say good thoughts for me that this actually works. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to center the lid onto the back of the folio. Try to center it as well as I can, and I'm going to bring the lid all the way down so that the first score mark on this side, and I will show you, I'm going to turn it over. This is the very first score mark that we made on the back portion of the folio when we did the original score marks. And we're going to match that score mark up with the line on the back of the folio. And by the line, I mean the top edge of the folio. That probably would have been a better way to say it. And then we're just going to squeeze it so that it stays stuck, like so. I have glue on my fingers. I'm going to clean this up after. And now we have our lid attached. Now what we're going to do, which I should have done before this, is add our little decoration. And fortunately, I have cut out enough of the ephemera because this kit has so much that I'm just going to attach my little birds to the front here. And then I think we will have completed this folio together. The way it feels now, I think I've done about 100 of them. Whoops. Okay. And let's center our little birds on the front of our folio. Roger needs to go out. That's another adventure we're having. You may know that from my previous videos that we are currently building a pool in our backyard. And for the past 3 days, Roger has not been allowed to roam freely in the backyard because they have dug trenches all around so that they can pour the concrete to hold our screen up on our lanai. Okay, there we have it. Our little birds are attached. And let's make sure that our lid works. And it does. And our birds show. Oh, we did have a little space on the front of the lid here where we were going to add some ribbon. Well, you didn't know about it, but I was going to add some ribbon because I didn't cut my piece from my folio big enough. And so we'll just pull out a little piece of this ribbon, which you will have seen if you watched my video where I made the tag book the other day. So we're going to cut a piece of ribbon just to the length of the decorative paper, like so. And we're going to glue that on to fill in the space that was left because I cut my paper too short. Because even though I made this folio and this whole video on a different day, I cut my paper wrong yet again. Okay, there we have a little decorative ribbon to cover the empty spot and to brighten up our folio. And there we go. Let's call that one done. Okay, everybody, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope that it works for me. And there you have it. There's your little tag storage folio, okay? Remember to watch all of the other ladies. I'm going to do my best, the way things are going, to link the kit and link the website and link the calendar that you can just tap on the day, and you will be able to find all of the other people that are making videos for this collaboration. Okay, guys? Hugs to you. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And I will see you probably over the weekend, which will be probably the day after this video comes out because the video posts on the 8th. And I will see you then, and we'll have another fun craft to do. Okay, guys? Hugs. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Merry Christmas.